Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of our still Untitled podcast. Seriously though, that's not us being clever with the name. We haven't given it a name yet. So, if you have suggestions, feel free to email them, deathwitch@gmail.com, and let me know what your suggestion for a name for this podcast is. This week, we're going to talk about the leaked DLC for Super Smash Bros., as well as whatever other topics we can get to. I also want to talk about Epic's cross-platform idea and that as a service, and if good game and movies are possible, and what they should try to make into a game and movie next, if they should at all. Because Sonic's coming, whether you like it or not. As
so
always,
apparently Mario.
Yep. So it's apparently Mario. So as always, here is my co-host is with me, Ozzy the Aussie. That is a clever play on words, though. He really is Australian. Say hey to everybody, Ozzy.
Yes, I am.
All right, so thank you for putting me in your ear hole this week, and let's talk about those leaked Smash characters that are supposed to be coming as DLC. Now, so basically what had happened here is somebody, a data miner kind of went through, and it looks like they found a few labels for DLC characters in the game's code. Now, one of them is kind of confirmed as already there, so two of them are already kind of confirmed as there. They found one labeled, fighter kind Paku, which is the Japanese word for plant, so that's more than likely the piranha plant. They found fighter kind. These are just the file names. So another one was named fighter kind Jack, which Jack being I think code for Joker, and then fighter kind Brave, and everyone is suggesting that Brave is the hero character from Dragon Quest. So, like the main character from Dragon Quest. And they're thinking it's going to be more than one main character from Dragon Quest, that he's just going to be called Hero in the game instead of, being a specific Dragon Quest character, and that when you go to select his costumes, it's going to change. Kind of like Corrin is both a guy and a girl, and when you go to select Bowser Jr., you can select all 8 of his children, so they're thinking it's going to be like that. So they're thinking that there's going to be a few others. Now, those are kind of the ones that few people have argued with, as they're the ones that make the most sense. Of course, you got Joker is confirmed, Piranha Plant's coming in February, and Dragon Quest kind of makes sense. It's been on the original NES, and it's one of those legacy games that's been around as long as the game has existed, so it would make sense. Their next leaked character, Ryu from Ninja Gaiden.
Okay.
And their reasoning behind him is that the release of him as DLC character would coincide with the 30th anniversary of the series, as it was originally released in 1989 in Japan, and it also would be a way of promoting a re-release of the game coming, a new or remastered version of Ninja Gaiden for the Switch. So there's rumors of that coming too.
Sword fighter.
Yep, and you get another sword fighter. So that's supposedly coming. So So that one makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I would mind playing as Ryu from Ninja Gaiden. So this is the one that people are kind of WTF about. I don't know how true this one would be, but how would you feel for one of the DLC characters, Steve from Minecraft?
Minecraft. Oh, I've heard of
Minecraft.
I've
Steve
heard
is
this
rumored.
one being tossed around.
Yeah, Minecraft Steve is rumored to come. As data miners have suggested, they've seen things that hint towards that. Minecraft Steve is rumored to come with Alex and Master Chief as alternate skins for Steve. I don't know, Master Chief though.
No.
I mean that's a Microsoft property, and I get it.
If they were going to do a Master Chief, they would do a Master Chief as his own character.
Well, everyone's that's kind of what the argument is would they? I personally wouldn't mind seeing Master Chief as a character, but everyone's argument with it is, well, Master Chief is already on the Switch in Minecraft. You can get the Master Chief skin in Minecraft on Switch, so...
You can get the Master Chief armor, but that's still not Master Chief.
Yeah, so I don't know if he'll actually have the skin, but what do you think? Do you think they'll actually make him a DLC character? I'm not even sure. I can kind of see a moveset for him, but I don't know how he would play.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done Stranger characters. It's not like Steve wouldn't have enough variety in his moveset to actually have a good moveset. They could do him like Villager or you know, one of those characters that every time you do a move, they pull out a different gimmick weapon. You know, like one time he could pull out, he could pull out a pickaxe. He could pull out a regular axe. He could shoot you with a bow.
He's got the sword. He's got the bow. He can throw TNT. He's basically another Zelda.
Yeah, he's got enough.
Link.
Yeah, he's got enough gimmicky moves that it could be funny. He could have a final smash, or he could have a final smash where he throws on diamond armor. You know, does something. Maybe pours a bucket of lava on you. Oh, that would be pretty sweet.
Well, no, with his final smash, I'd probably see something with the Ender Dragon or something like that.
Oh, he comes in riding a freaking dragon? Oh, that'd be sweet. That would be sweet. I wouldn't hate that.
Either that or he calls in a whole bunch of Endermen who just mess you up and just teleport you away.
There's a lot of potential for Steve. A lot of people wouldn't want Steve in the game for whatever reason, but I wouldn't hate Steve in the game.
For his basic moves, he would be a lot like a recopy of Link.
Yeah, you could do him kind of like an altered Link. I would like to see him have his own stuff, not just TNT, the bow and arrow. Oh, I don't know what else they could do with him. There's a lot that, you know, they're the program. The point.
He's down B could be like the pitfall item, where you could basically dig a hole and anyone that runs into it.
His side B could be
gets trapped.
His side B could be him jumping on a horse and riding a horse in the same way that Wario jumps on a motorcycle. Yeah, you could do that. So, like I said, there's a lot of potential for him. Like, there's a lot of room for them to be creative with his moveset. You could even have him as a joke towards
spells and stuff.
As a joke towards Zelda. You could give him floaty jumps by having pulling out a chicken and just hold a chicken and ride it down. Could give him kind of floaty jumps doing that. So there's a lot of stuff that they could do with Steve from Minecraft. So I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate him as a character. So far, the list isn't what I would have picked, but I'm not hating them so far. Now, the next one is, it looks like they're going towards iconic game characters for their releases, which is what people are suggesting for the rumored. Now, keep in mind, all of these are rumored, so none of these could end up making it, aside from Joker and the Piranha Plant, which we know are confirmed. It looks like they're going for kind of quote-unquote iconic characters to add from series to theirs, but then that doesn't line up with Joker, because I wouldn't consider Joker an iconic gaming character in the same way you would
but
Steve.
Persona is.
Yeah, I guess. So the next one is Doom Guy. As a way to both promote Doom Eternal, which is also coming to the Switch, and Doom Guy is about as iconic as gaming characters get. I mean, Doom kicked off an entire genre of gaming. It doesn't get any more iconic than him. I mean, he was out before Mario, so Doom's been around a while.
And of course, you have the most iconic signature Final Smash of all time. Pulling out the BFG. Yeah, there's so much you could do with Doom Guy too, and you could go through all his different versions on his skins. So you can have all his different versions right up to Doom 2016, which is right up to the remake version of Doom. You could have a guy from Doom 3. You could have Doom 64 version, old school 90s Doom version with the green suit. Pixelated.
Yeah, all pixelated. If they could put his face down at the bottom next to his percentage meter and have it get more beat up as his percentage gets higher, that would be just the best Easter egg ever for Doom Guy. Do the old school Doom face. Yeah, there's a lot of potential for him. I wouldn't have expected Doom Guy in a Smash game. So I don't know if there's any truth behind it or not. But I could see it happening. Like I said, I wouldn't have never thought I'd see Solid Snake in a game either if you'd asked me before they added him. But, you know, we got Solid Snake. We got Cloud. So...
Oh yeah, Cloud we never expected.
Yeah, so Doom Guy's a possibility. Doom Guy's definitely a possibility.
I was more expecting Cloud to be in a Smash Brothers for the Sony. I can't even remember what they called that one.
Alright, so that's...
the second version of that before Cloud came to Nintendo Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah. They've pulled Stranger out. Now this isn't the only list. This one I pulled from IGN. So those are the 5 DLC characters leaked on IGN. Now there are other lists, and most of them are pretty consistent with Doom, with Steve and the hero from Dragon Quest. Instead of Ryu and Doom Guy, instead of Ninja Gaiden and Doom Guy, some of the other lists have Rayman as one of their elite characters. But I don't know. Would you do Rayman or would you do? I mean, if you're gonna do something from the Rayman games, why wouldn't you do Rabbids? Because you already did a crossover game with Rabbids, so it would make sense to bring them over again. I don't know.
Bring in Rabbid Peach.
Yeah, or I mean, just a rabbit, and then maybe have all the different versions of the rabbits be its skins. Just name it Rabbid.
Yeah.
And then you could pick it, and then pick which skin you'd want for it. I don't know about Rayman himself because the Rabbids have already crossed over with Mario games. They've already been on the Switch, and that game did fairly decent. So it seems a little more recognizable, I think, on Switch than Rayman himself. Rayman himself is more iconic, but you could argue that when it comes to the Switch, more people would know who the Rabbids were than Rayman. So there's that one, and the other, instead of Doom Guy, the other list I found had Hayachi from Tekken. Which I think I'd rather see Ryu or Doom Guy than Hayachi from Tekken, as we already have Ryu and Ken, and he honestly wouldn't be that different from them. I mean, he's another, gi wearing Japanese fighter, except he wouldn't throw projectiles. Yeah, except he wouldn't throw projectiles because Tekken isn't about throwing projectiles. So you'd have kind of a shittier version of Ryu and Ken. I don't think he'd fit as well as Ryu would be a good fit. Doom Guy would be a good fit. So you'd have another gun character or another sword character.
I've heard rumors right from the start before the game even came out of Banjo being a possibility.
What, from Banjo-Kazooie?
Banjo-Kazooie, yeah.
Maybe, but alright, so their reasoning behind all of these, because like I said, they went through the game's files, but the game's files just have kind of code names for stuff, so they're trying to guess at what the code names mean. And their reasoning behind most of these is that not only are these iconic characters, like Banjo and Kazooie, I guess could also be considered iconic characters, not only are they iconic characters, but each one of these characters has a game coming out soon. Either a game or some reason to be DLC that would promote something. Dragon Quest has a new game coming to Switch, as does Doom. Minecraft has new DLC coming out and 2 new games. Because the Minecraft story mode's coming to Switch, as well as what's the name of the next Minecraft Dungeons coming in 2019?
Minecraft Dungeons? I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah, so it's a new Minecraft game. I haven't looked into it. actually to see what Minecraft Dungeons is. Minecraft Dungeons announced for PC and Switch. Let's see. The developer describes Minecraft Dungeons as action-adventure game inspired by classic dungeon crawlers in the world of Minecraft. Yeah, so...
Okay. So it's a dungeon crawler.
It's a dungeon crawler, yeah, but in Minecraft's blocky, pixelated thing. I don't know if it's going to be a roguelike or randomly generated, etc. But I would imagine so.
It would have to be roguelike from what...
Yeah, and it looks like you can pick through one of 4 classes, being, you know, your wizard, your archer, your your knight.
Yeah.
So you have Minecraft Dungeons coming. So like each one of these reasons behind one of these is that they all have a game or something to promote to sell as well as being DLC, which makes sense. All right, so you got Minecraft Dungeons coming. You've got you've got the new Dragon Quest game coming. You've got the new Doom game coming. The only one that doesn't have a confirmed new game coming is Ninja Gaiden, but it is the 30th anniversary of Ninja Gaiden, and there's also rumors of a Ninja Gaiden game coming to Switch, whether it be a new game or a re-release of an older game. Ninja Gaiden on the go. So there's, I feel pretty strongly that would make that would make sense there too. So all of them have a game coming. I would believe the Rabbids one more, or Rayman, if this was before the release of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, or if they had a sequel to that coming or something like that. What? But since that game's already out and I feel like it's already run its course, it doesn't have any DLC coming, and right now they're already throwing it up on sale, trying to get, pretty much everyone who wanted to play the game has got it at this point. They don't have anything to, especially Ubisoft doesn't stand to really make any money from that kind of team up after already making the money off whatever sales they had from Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. So I don't think it'll be Rabbids. I think the list that IGN has is closer to right than those that include Hayachi or Rayman.
I was just thinking there could be another thing that goes along with that Brave character.
What's that one?
Maybe one of the characters from Bravely Default.
Yeah. I hadn't thought of that. Could.
Putting it right out on everyone's nose, where everyone thinks this is going to be some sort of secret code, where it's basically what the more obvious what you could think. And no one goes for it because it's not hidden.
Well, they're
but
thinking. That's
just right.
Well, they're thinking Dragon Quest, because while the file name is labeled Brave, there's also a few other ones that label it Yusha, which in Japanese is a word that translates to hero instead of brave.
Yeah.
So that's what they're thinking.
Yeah.
So that's where they came to the. I mean, I could see that, but I see they're going from Dragon Quest more, as it's more recognizable.
And coming
Bravely Default, yeah, and they have another one coming out soon. Bravely Default was a great game, but I don't feel like most of the people who are playing Smash on Switch played the game.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be as recognizable, and it wouldn't get as many sales. Because remember, at the end of the day, these are businesses, and they are out here to make money. So, they have to sell this DLC, and no one's going to buy DLC for a character that they don't recognize or don't want to play. So that's the list of leaked DLC for Smash Ultimate. It's not any that I would have guessed. So I guess props to him for surprises there. I would have personally loved to see some more great indie games get proper billing on this, especially the ones that are iconic. Well, Shovel Knight's already an assist trophy, but I told you I wanted Shanti. I mean, Shanti's been on Nintendo console since the Game Boy Color, since way back on the Game Boy Color days.
Okay. Sophie's Choice, man. Which would you rather, Shanti or Zero?
Oh, God. God, why you gotta do this to me? Oh, why you gotta do this to me? Another sword fighter or a melee fighter. Shantae or Zero? I'd say we have a. I'd say that there would be a greater chance of Shantae, as Zero already has an assist trophy, and Nintendo seems bound and determined not to make anyone who's an assist trophy into a playable character. Like that's their excuse to not make them playable, which is why I thought pretty strongly that Shantae would be a DLC character, because she has a spirit card, but then again, so does everybody else. Spirit cards don't mean anything. Yeah. She doesn't have an assist trophy. You know, she was kind of primed for it. I would love to see Zero as a playable character, and I don't think I'm alone in that. I think a ton of people want Zero as a playable character.
Zero, and give him every skin, including the Game Boy Advance versions.
Yeah, you could give him the Game Boy Advance versions as well as X, because remember there was that. Was it Mega Man X6? It was either X5 or X6. One of them, Mega Man took his sword, and kind of because Zero quote unquote died. So Mega Man took his sword and then had his moveset.
He died in 5.
Yeah, so Mega Man had his moveset in that game, so you could still have your sword moves. So then you could have, there you go, you just found a way to put Mega Man X into the game too. Because everybody's been screaming about wanting Mega Man X as a Echo Fighter for Mega Man. So you could kind of kill two birds with one stone there. I don't know why they wouldn't put Zero in the game. I really don't. God, he's so popular. I would honestly expect him before I would expect Dragon Quest guy or even Joker from Persona 5. I would honestly expect Zero before either one of them.
You know, if they're going to put anything from the Mega Man games in, they're really going to troll us and put in Axel.
Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Oh, you could play as bass or treble.
Bass and treble, yeah.
Yeah, it's still better than Axel.
And have him as an Echo Fighter for Mega Man.
No, if you're gonna do an Echo Fighter for Mega Man, it's gotta be Proto Man. Gotta be Proto Man.
Yeah, but does Proto Man have a dog?
No, but he's got a big surfboard thing on his back. You could use that instead.
Oh yeah.
He could kind of have the same moveset with the surfboard, with the hoverboard. So you could use that. Honestly, either one of them would be good as Echo characters. So I say Proto Man because Proto Man's kind of been his rival and around since NES days. Bass and Treble didn't come till later, so he's more recognizable. I think he even had his own game. I think Proto Man even had his own game in Japan. I don't think it ever came here for Game Boy or something like that. One of those. It was one of those games that didn't do well, so they didn't bring it over here. Bass and Treble also had their own game too. So,
yeah.
I don't know. So that's the list. I still want my Shantae. Sorry.
You still want your Shantae?
I still want my Shantae. I do kind of feel like Smash is a bit more of a sausage fest than it needs to be. We need some more female characters around this thing out. I mean, there's some, but there's definitely but there's not as many female characters as there are male. So
so if you want TNA in the game, does that mean you want the chick from Arms? The one with the big booty?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I do. Make her DLC. And as long as we're reaching out to other companies for DLC, bring in Tracer with original butt pose. Let's go ahead and start all the controversies. Right here and now. Tracer with original butt pose victory stance to make everybody mad. Actually, some of the characters from Overwatch would make pretty good characters for the game. What's up, Philly Jones? I'm recording a podcast here, so welcome aboard. Yeah, there's still a few more that I want, and they still have potential for even more DLC later. So I would get the season pass for this list if this turns out to be the actual list. So there's not a character in this that
that I say doesn't belong in Smash, or I wouldn't play as. So.
Well, you've already got the season pass, don't you? Because you got it to get the.
Yes, I've already got it. But I'm saying if I didn't already have it and I was going to buy a season pass, this would be, one I'd be happy with. There's not a single thing on this list that if it was a season pass, I wouldn't be like, I would never use that character. I would use all of them. Honestly, the one that I probably wouldn't use would be the Piranha Plant. Which isn't really part of the season pass. You got that for free if you pre-ordered, so everybody kind of gets that one anyway. But
that's also not part of the season pass, so
yeah. But
it's going to be a separate download after February.
Yeah, that you pay for, so it's not part of the season pass. But that one I'm just like, that's the one I care the least about is playing as the Piranha Plant.
The other one I've heard people kicking around that they want to see is Rex and Pyra from Xenoblade 2.
Yeah, they could do more Xenoblade stuff. I kind of want to see them grab more characters. I want to see them do more characters from games that aren't already in Smash. Because we've already got some Xenoblade characters. I don't want to see them just keep pulling more characters from the same games they're already pulling from. I want some diversity.
They were contemplating Rex. However, the development of the game had already gone into production.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind some. I don't mind Shulk getting an Echo character, if you will. You know, stuff like that. Like I think the rule should be 2 characters from each guest game. You know, so you could have 2 characters from Metal Gear. You could have Snake and maybe if they want to do some maybe another DLC character. You could do the Cyborg Ninja. You could do Raiden. You know, there's still more stuff you could pull from that. But there you go. There's your 2 from Metal Gear. You know, and then you could have your 2 from Final Fantasy. You could have Cloud and Sephiroth or something. There you go. You've got your 2 from Final Fantasy.
Oh no!
No Sephiroth?
Pull from a better game. Pull from either 10 or 12.
Well, that's what everyone's saying. Are they pulling from Final Fantasy as a whole, or are they specifically pulling from 7? So I don't know. Let's see. You could, if you were going to do 2 from every game, then, you could have Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man or something. You know, make an Echo Fighter for Pac-Man. Boom, you got Ms. Pac-Man there. Yeah. Sonic, you
exact same. You just put a bow on her.
Yeah, Sonic, you could throw in Knuckles, Shadow, Tails. Just pick
Knuckles, I would have mind.
Yeah, just pick a creature. Yeah, just pick one for Sonic to be his Echo Fighter. Yeah, so if you were gonna pull, like, there you go, make the rule 2 from each guest series of games, and then move on to another. So we get we get a wider roster and diversity in characters.
And we don't have
I don't want to end up with another thing. Yeah, I don't want to end up with another thing like Fire Emblem, where half the roster is characters from Fire Emblem. You know, and then we do this thing where a good third of the roster is characters from Xenoblade, because honestly, you could they're all suited for Smash. They all carry a weapon. Just throw them in there, give them a quick moveset. That's boring. I want to see characters from Xenoblade taking on not other anime fighting characters like Fire Emblem. I want to see him beating up Steve from Minecraft. You know, Mr. Game & Watch. You know, stuff like that.
Just gonna pull it. So really, no one will have probably suggested this one. But let's make Shaq from Shaq Fu a character.
No. Just no.
Just no.
Just no. No. I am not disappointed in the list as it stands. So we'll see how much truth is behind it. That said, Nintendo, if you are listening to this podcast on the off chance somebody out there is looking for somebody that works for your company is into niche podcasters that don't have many listeners, and you stumbled across this one, make Shanti a playable character. She's perfect for DLC. She already has a fan base. Q. Q. I'd rather have Shanti than Doom Guy. As much as I love Doom, the Doom Guy does feel kind of out of place compared to everybody else. Being the only first-person shooter star in the game, he just feels a little out of place. So, Shanti would fit right in. Make it a thing. She doesn't have an assist trophy, so you can't use that excuse. Make it a thing. Let's start an online petition.
The other one I've really heard of since Ridley came out is Diablo.
From Diablo?
Yeah.
The Hunter was also rumored.
What, the Demon Hunter? Or?
Yeah, the Demon Hunter was also rumored. And I can't remember if they were rumored as a playable character or as a skin for an existing character. You know, someone like Bayonetta or something who already had two guns, if you will. I don't know. They could do stuff from Diablo, and I wouldn't hate it. What's up, Jacques? I'm sure I've just ruined your name. Sean who? Shaq. He said Shaq. Anyway, so that's the list. I don't hate it. I would still buy and play all of those characters as they stand. But I do want to see some more niche games instead of just the front and center popular stuff. So let's talk about
Shaq.
So let's talk about cross platforms.
Okay.
Cross-platform gaming as Epic. Let me pull up the article I had on that. As Epic has talked about doing a cross-platform gaming service for 2019. Let's see. So the service will. So it's a service that they'd offer to other devs so that they could easily make their games cross-platform in the same way that Fortnite is cross-platform. The service will launch together with Unreal Engine and Unity integrations. Will start with a core set of features and expand over time. Specifically, cross-platform login, friends, list, presence, profile, and entitlements come in 2019 to PC and other platforms throughout 2019 to provide the core functionality for persistently recognizing players across multiple sessions and devices, identifying friends, managing free and paid items. It will support all 7 major platforms: PC, Mac, iOS, and Android, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch to the full extent that each platform allows per title. You'll also get overlay API for PC and Mac, so that you can have overlays on your game's cross-platform voice comms, which will be available for free as part of their service. So so they could add voice chat to all of these. So they're going to do cross-platform voice chatting, cross-platform parties and matchmaking, cross-platform data storage and save games, cross-platform achievements and trophies for systems that support achievements and trophies. So that's all the things that they're planning to add to this service that they're doing. And basically selling it to other companies the same way they did with Unreal Engine. The companies who want to make their game cross-platform instead of trying to do it from scratch themselves and having to port it over for each version of their game, they just make their games compatible with Epic's online service, and Epic's online service handles it all for them. I like this idea.
That's one way to,
I really like this idea.
And that's one way to compete with Steam.
Yeah. That's one way to compete with, I think, almost everyone, because if it's one thing you have to love Fortnite or hate it, if it's the one thing you have to give it credit for, it's changed the face of it's changed the face of what we'd consider cross-platform gaming. Cross-platform gaming has been tried in the past, and you get it somewhat kind of, between one or two specific systems, but you didn't get it the way Fortnite has given it to us. This is the first time that's ever been done. You kind of got it with Final Fantasy XIV as, a friend could be playing on PS4 and another friend on PC, but those are, two very specific circumstances there. Microsoft tried it once upon a time with the first-person shooter. I think it was like one of the first games ever to be cross-platform. And at the time, Microsoft, owned the game. They owned both systems it was on, so you could play with Xbox and with people on Windows PCs. It worked, but it wasn't great. And the game, I think it was just that the game kind of sucked. The cross-platform thing actually worked, but they made the cardinal mistake of making a first-person shooter into a keyboard and mouse versus controller type situation as their first ever cross-platform game.
which just sparked.
Talking about Shadowrun?
Yeah, Shadowrun. I was seeing if anybody remembered the name of that game, because it's like impossible to find stuff on it now. Because if you type in Shadowrun, you're going to get the isometric game, which is a completely different game.
Yeah.
So you're going to get that one. I didn't hate the game. I thought it was actually pretty good, but when you're trying to introduce the world to cross-platform and what cross-platform is, you don't do it by reigniting the debate that's existed since the birth of Doom on consoles, which is, you know, first-person shooters are better with a keyboard and mouse and have no place with a controller. Like any PC gamer will tell you, there's still PC gamers to this day who won't play a first-person shooter with a controller.
You can be far more accurate
Yeah.
with a keyboard and mouse than you can with a controller.
Honestly, I prefer the keyboard and mouse, but I'm not one of those guys like, I'll never play a first-person shooter with a controller. No, I will. I'll admit I don't like to, but I will if I don't have a choice. If you give me a choice, I'm going to pick keyboard and mouse every time. But that's a whole different argument for a different time. Epic's games service for cross-platform, I think it has the potential to not only make them just a ridiculous amount of money, but to change cross-platform as we know it. If they can pull this off, if they can do it right, and from the company that gave you Unreal Engine and has proven time and time again that they're totally fine sharing their toys with other companies, yeah, I can see this working. Actually kind of excited for it, because if you really could turn the ability to play cross-platform into something that's like a light switch that a company just chooses to activate it and boom, it's done. You've got a company like Epic doing a service that handles all the work for them in the same way that Unreal Engine handles most of the programming for them. Then all these companies would have no excuse not to have cross-platform in their games. If instead of it being too hard, now it's just, we didn't feel like paying for it. You know, because now that's all you got to do is you just pay Epic and they do it for you. Just imagine every game that comes out after 2019 being cross-platform. A new standard being set. That if it's online, it has to have cross-platform. So no longer do I have to scream, hey, do you got a Switch? Hey, do you got a PS4? Oh, you didn't get it on PC? No, now we can't play together. Just kind of.
You're always going to have those platform exclusives.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about with platform exclusives. Like that's kind of the boat that we're in now. Is I've got Diablo 3 on 2 systems, and me and the wife are going to jump back into it and start playing it on the 18th when Season 6 hits. But I have to decide, do I want to play it on PC? If I play it on PC, I can play with Failing. Or do I want to play it on Switch? Because if I play it on Switch, I can play with Ozzy. We can't all just play together.
Yeah.
Despite all playing the same game. You've got it on Switch, Phelan's got it on PC, and me and the wife have it on both.
Fix to all that.
What's the
There's
easy
an
fix?
for all that. Just get me a Switch by the 18th.
All right, listeners of the podcast, you heard Phelan. Our co-host needs to Switch. You guys got until the 18th. There's links to my PayPal in the description. Just go ahead and donate so we can start the Phelan Needs a Switch fund. Okay. And then he can use that for all sorts of podcast-related activities. Like playing Diablo when he should be doing a podcast. Or, playing Diablo when he should be on the toilet. Or playing Diablo when he should be doing other things.
Hey, everybody should play Diablo while they're out there on the toilet.
Nah. Everybody needs
The Switch.
Yep, that is the only reason you buy a Switch is to play your games on the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one reason to have a Switch.
Choose to not use the toilet.
What?
You don't choose to not use the toilet. You kind of have to.
No, I'm not saying choose between the toilet or the Switch. You can do both.
The whole thing, when you're on the toilet and you can play something that helps you relax, like Diablo, it just comes out. You don't have to push and strain yourself.
I don't know. Things get pretty tense. Higher difficulty levels. I hope that they're able to pull this off.
relaxes.
Yeah, because this is an actual. This is from Epic's website. This isn't like a new service that's reporting on it. This is them laying out their goal for this service. So it's coming. They even bragged that they've already tested. They said that this engine has for cross-platform has been built for Fortnite and battle tested with 200 million players across 7 platforms. Jesus Christ, Fortnite is 200 million. Yeah, that's a lot of zeros. Yeah, that's 200 million. Sweet Jeebus, man.
I wonder how many of those are Smurfs.
Jesus. The service will be free for all developers and will be open to all engines, all platforms, and all stores. As a developer, you're free to choose, mix and match your solutions from Epic and other servers as you wish. All service will operate in a privacy-friendly, GDPR-compliant manner. And I already read the other stuff there. Reliability. We operate our service primarily on Amazon Web Service data centers throughout the world to bring the high reliability and wide international reach required by the next gen for online social connected games. And it will use the same type of friends list and backend that Fortnite uses, which runs on 7 platforms that are fully interchangeable. The game requires no login on consoles and supports multi-platform login via Google, Facebook, Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, and Nintendo accounts, and in addition to Epic user accounts or whatever account that your company uses, and supports Twitch account linking. Oh, so they're also going to integrate it for streaming too. That's just included. It's just free. Just there you go. Besides these existing accounts and services, we're eager to work with partners and devs to connect other accounts, gaming services, and cloud services that your game may use for a more seamless experience. Stay tuned for more information over the next few months. All right, so that's the full article for Epic's cross-platform game service. So that answers the question I had about lag and like how much it would cost and where the servers would be located. Apparently the costs are going to be free. If you're already paying, their Unreal license and fee to develop a game anyway, it's just an add-on for that. This is free for developers. As far as servers go, they use Amazon data centers as servers, which means, yeah, there's servers in every region and they're fucking everywhere because Amazon. If you've ever looked into Amazon's data servers, they have them everywhere, in every country, in every corner of the world. So chances are there's going to be one close to you, and you won't get much lag for your crossplay experience. This sounds great. This sounds fucking great. Oh, I'd love it if Diablo 4, should that ever come out, when they get done dicking around on mobile phones, Diablo 4 had Diablo 4 crossplay. Your next Call of Duty has crossplay. Your next your next Just Cause, your next Assassin's Creed, whatever. Just every game from here on out just getting crossplay. So you don't have to decide, do I want to buy it on PC or do I want to buy it on PS4? Do I want to buy it on this or do I want to buy it on Switch? Just doesn't matter who has it and where you bought it. You can just play. The way gaming should be. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed and just hoping that they pull this off so that new standards are set, and no longer do we have no longer do we have that dilemma of, oh, my friend bought it on a different console, so now I have to buy a second copy of a game to play with my friend. No longer is that going to be an issue. Just play where you want to play. And if these console makers, if these companies want to get some kind of exclusive on their system that's going to drive people to buy the system and choose to play the games there over somewhere else, you're going to have to just make good exclusive games now. Looking at you, Xbox. Nintendo's got Mario. Sony knocked it out the park with God of War, with Dad of Boy. So
Nintendo has Mario, Link, Smash Brothers.
Yeah, the rest of you are going to have to step it up and knock it out of the park here.
huge.
Like I said, PlayStation's got a few good exclusives. They've definitely been doing better with exclusives this gen than Xbox has. With Dad of Boy, Horizon Zero Dawn, I mean, when Sony's put out an exclusive for the PS4, it's knocked it out of the park. Same as Nintendo. It's been a must play. Xbox, not so much.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, and Spider-Man, and then Xbox has pulled out microtransaction filled versions of, both its Forza games. That was a flop. Rise, Son of Rome, flop. That ended up getting cross-platform anyway. Even their new Halo and Gears of War games were Like, I played the Gears of War 4. It was good, not great.
What was Need for Speed this year? Was that Xbox or?
No,
everything.
Yeah, it was everything. It wasn't an exclusive.
It was
And
everything.
It was garbage.
Yeah, it was a
garbage.
loot-filled piece of. Yeah, it was a loot box filled piece of garbage, but it was a piece of garbage you could dump on any one of your consoles. It did not have a specific home. They just shat that garbage out everywhere. Nowhere was safe.
That game was garbage.
Yeah, because EA, when they take a shit on everybody, or every beloved franchise, like Star Wars. What I'm saying is EA has no shame. They will shit on anyone and anything. There's no shame in EA. Oh. So since we're on the topic of them shitting on things and bad monetization systems, it looks like all these companies are backing off loot boxes. I mean,
Really?
it hasn't gone through courts yet, but you're seeing them less and less. They're all backing off loot boxes and finding new ways to nickel and dime you to death. Some are leaning pretty hard into the live service thing. Some are leaning harder into the DLC thing.
Well, the
So-
live service thing was really just a way to get the online casino train rolling.
Yeah, but now you can't do the casino anymore because they're backing off from the loot boxes, so that if that does go to court, or if they do make a law about it, they won't have to change their games because they already shifted towards the new
Drastically.
monetization practice. Yeah, they all shifted towards a new practice. So I'm wondering what that new practice is going to be, because you see different games going in different ways. A lot of games going to subscription-based stuff. A lot of games going to just selling microtransactions just as microtransactions. A lot of games doing boosters and just little micro DLCs. So
Like $1 red dot scopes.
yeah, $1 for a red dot. Oh god,
Yeah.
You heard about that, right, Ozzy?
No,
Oh my god.
no.
Uh,
It sounds like a Call of Duty thing. So
yes,
Yep.
Call of
Yep.
Duty is selling the red dot. It's not even for any specific gun, but the option to put the red dot on your screen, like change the way your crosshair looks in the game. You have to pay $1 for that to get the red dot.
You see, I hadn't even heard of it, and I could have picked. I picked exactly where this was coming from.
Just
Yep.
yeah, like it's not even for a gun. So don't
Kryptonite.
give me So don't give me this as cosmetic, because this isn't even like a cosmetic that attaches. This isn't an attachment for a gun. This is an option in the menu to just change the way the crosshair looks for you in your game personally. Nobody else will ever see it. This is just so that you can say, you know what, I don't want a crosshair on the screen. I want a red dot. And Activision's like, that'll cost $1, bruh. Like, really?
No, if you're going to do some of that sort of stuff, you do things like it becomes a radioactive symbol or a smiley face, and that
Don't give
shit
them ideas.
costs-
Yeah.
That-
Don't give my
That
ideas.
costs 50 cents, not $1.
Shut up.
Well, right now it costs 50 cents. Are you sure you hadn't heard this? Because you're kind of hitting the nail on the head with a lot of this story for someone who
No,
hadn't heard
this
of
is
it.
just seems logic.
Yeah, well, right now it costs 50 cents because it just came out, but it's listed
To
as
do a
being
red
on
dot.
sale. Yeah, it's 50
Yeah.
cent for the red dot right now, but it's listed as being on sale.
So it's supposed to cost $1 when the sale ends. For the
the stuff for Fallout that came out half price of an inflated double price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That old shit. Oh god. So hey, the good news is we won though. There's no more loot boxes, right? We're getting battle passes and dollars.
Horse armor.
Yeah, we're getting battle passes and yes. Not even horse armor. This is, I think, a step below horse armor. At least you could show off the horse armor. This is me paying to
really,
just add an
it's
option
a single player game.
Yeah, you can make videos and stream it. At least you can look at it. You know? This is me paying $1 for you to turn on an option in my options menu. This is, I think, a step below horse armor. This is just me.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, this is just me paying for basic game functionality. That's like paying for the ability to turn on background music. You know, paying for the
off.
Yeah, paying for the ability to change the UI color in Fallout, so it's not all green. Now you can make it, whatever color you want.
Ugh.
Or paying for save slots. Nope, wait, they did that already. That was already.
I've done that.
Yep,
Konami's
they've done that. God damn it! Like, these guys really have no shame. This is getting depressing.
It's basically, what can we carve out of this?
How long is it going to take before it transcends gaming? What if, Microsoft's going to start charging you to put icons on your desktop?
Back with what was it? Sonic Lost Worlds, Lost Lands. What was that? Lost World. Yeah, they sold you lives. And I'm not joking about this.
Lives and continues. That is kind of shitty, but that one's not as shocking because that's basically what arcade games did back in the day. You just pump in a quarter and get another life.
But
so that one at least makes some sense. But the ability to turn on options. I won't be surprised if in the future. In fact, I think there was a game that tried that and it failed. A game that made you pay for ammo in a first-person shooter. Like you had to buy the ammo.
Hearing something like that, yeah.
Yeah, there was a game. It was a free-to-play game, but
wasn't that Blacklight Retribution?
No, that one was just free. That one sold you cosmetics. It was called something else. I can't remember the name of it, but the way the game worked was it was free, but you paid for guns and you paid for ammo. But the game itself was free. However, the game paid you per kill. So when you got in an online match, at the end of the match, when you ranked up kills, the game gave you money back.
Oh, yes.
So you could potentially make money if you were good enough at, if you killed more people.
Shooting.
Yeah, if you were good enough at shooting. So if you were a sniper who was real good at one shot, one kill, you could actually make money playing the game. But the majority of people would get on there, thinking they were going to make money, and they ended up spending just hordes of it. Because what it did was it didn't interrupt your game to tell you to buy more ammo. You linked your credit card to it, and if you ran out of ammo during a match, it just refilled automatically for you. Yeah, so there were people spending tons and tons of money because they'd be, mid-match just in the game, and they'd run out of ammo, and if you press the reload button while completely out of ammo, you've got nothing left in reserves, you've got 000 across the board on that gun, and you hit the reload button, it'll refill your ammo for you and charge credit card. That's what it did. It failed. It failed pretty spectacularly.
Okay.
Which, as well it should have. It's just a shitty game model. That is a shitty game model.
I had never heard about that.
Yeah, it was PC only, and I forgot about. I forgot what the name of the game was. It was a Chinese game, but I forgot what the name of the game was. Yeah, no, the concept for it made headlines everywhere, but no, it didn't last very long at all. People's wallets started getting drained pretty quickly upon playing it. There were a few people who got in early, and they were, these esports level players who were making money playing the game, because they were getting more kills than they were using ammo. You know, these guys who are all headshots kind of deal. The pro players. Yeah, so you stood to make money, and they were kind of the players they used to advertise their game because they'd show their stats, and they'd plaster them all over websites and be like, you know, he made $800 last month and only spent $100 in ammo, you know, that kind of thing. And people were getting excited. And then they'd they'd download the free game, link their credit card, and at the end of the month be like, holy berries, I spent that much money on this game? Yeah. Yeah, it didn't. It lasted about a month or two. Long enough for people to get a bill, because it billed you once a month. It just kept track of all your in-game purchases, and then would just bill you once a month, like a subscription service. And after a month or two, people started dropping like flies out of that game because they were just losing an ungodly amount of money. So that's a bad idea, charging people for ammo. But these companies never learn, and they're bound and determined to find something they can charge you for that won't piss you off. They're trying to find that next big cash cow. Instead of just, you know, making better games. Imagine that, making a better product to get more sales. I don't know. That sounds so 90s. Make a better product, get better sales?
Yeah.
No one does that anymore. That sounds so 90s, man. Why would you do that?
Let's put as little effort in as possible.
That's the American way. Oh, God. So, I think that Epic's service would discourage some practices. Because it'll lock them out of, you know, trying to do these tricks where they try to get you to buy 2 copies of the game. That's exactly why some games don't allow you to transfer your progress from PC if you're going to move over to a console, or don't mix the two. I think the most notorious of which was DC Universe Online. I mean, it's a free-to-play game, but if you played it on PS4, you had to start over. I mean, there's no reason it shouldn't be cross-platform between those two systems. Other RPGs or MMOs on PS4 have been cross-platform as early as even games on PS2. You know, Final Fantasy XI was cross-platform between PC and PS2. So MMOs being cross-platform on PlayStation games is kind of how it's been. But then DC Universe came out on PlayStation, and it wasn't. But I remember playing that with my wife, and then we were going to jump over to PS4. That was also on PS3, I think. It was on both, but we jumped over to PlayStation, and you had to start over. So she couldn't play on PlayStation and with me on PC. I'd have to jump over on PC and start over. And the amount of DLC in that game for you to be able to keep up with whatever friend you're trying to play with now meant you had to buy everything twice. And I'm convinced that's why they did it. Because there's no reason they couldn't do it. I mean, all your character information is saved online. MMOs have proved to be the easiest game to do cross-platform with because everything's stored online. Nothing's stored on the console. Your items, your inventory, your character, everything's stored online. All the time, because you're always online. You just log into a server and access it. There's literally no reason you couldn't make that cross-platform. MMOs have always been cross-platform when they come out on console. You know, Final Fantasy XI, Final Fantasy XIV, Star Wars: The Old Republic for the brief time it was on. What was it on? PS4, I think. PS something. Yeah, like every game that's had an MMO version has been cross-platform until recently. Because DC Universe Online didn't make it cross-platform. Is Terra? I know Terra came out for PS4. Terra, the one with all the waifus.
Cross-platform.
It is?
Not cross-platform.
Yeah, it's not? Why? See, why?
I don't know. They're two completely different engines
That's dumb.
for some reason.
Well, even the engine shouldn't matter, though, because the only thing you're storing online is... Like, I can understand making it so that you can't play with other players on PC, but the account information should at least be cross-platform. So I can at least access my character. Yeah, like, I should still be able to access my character. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm not able to play... Like, if I'm on We'll use Warframe for example. Like, fine, I get it. If I'm on Switch, only let me play with other users on Switch. Don't let me play with people on PC in a live match. But my progress should be cross-platform. Meaning if I log out, I play for an hour on Switch, and I log out and then log in on PC to access the exact same account, I should be able to access that same character. That hour's worth of progress I made on Switch should carry over. The difference is who I'm playing with in that particular online session. Those are two different things. I get not being able to do cross-session play, but cross-account play should just be standard. Because you don't save my character on the console anyway. That's all saved on the servers anyway. I can't access my character if I can't access your server to begin with. There is no offline mode for this game. So why the fuck can't I access the same information on another client or another engine? That shouldn't matter. You know? That's like saying that you can't access your Google account, your Google Drive account, and download your stuff from Google Drive when you're on iPhone because it's a different engine. That makes zero fucking sense. Doesn't matter.
You can't access your YouTube file.
Yeah.
Or your YouTube
you can't,
profile.
Or you can't access your Netflix account because you're trying to watch on an iPhone and it's different from an Android phone because you made the account on Android. That makes no fucking sense. Like, that is the shittiest excuse ever, and I don't buy it. Telling me it's different engines. Like, I get why that means you can't play with other people, but that doesn't tell me why I can't access my account. That doesn't tell me why I can't play as my same character. If I want to log out of PC and play with a different group of people with the same character, then cool, let me do that. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to do that. Herculesi. I'm guessing that's your name. My podcast is about whatever. I don't really have a set theme to it. I do have lists of stuff that I try to talk about, but it's mostly gaming shit. But sometimes I'll answer questions from people. Maybe I give you a little life advice. Maybe I got something that's just pissing me off in the real world outside of gaming, and I just want to get off the chest. It's just me getting shit off my chest, really. People seem to like my ramblings, but if I spend my whole live stream rambling, then we'd get no actual gaming done. So I separated them. Anytime I start to ramble during the week, I write that down as a topic for the podcast. And if you guys want to hear that rant, you download the podcast. That's all it's about. Podcast will actually be wrapping up here pretty soon. We're coming up on an hour.
Yep.
But I really hope that Epic changes the standards for what counts as online, as cross-platform. Changes the rules, because right now the rule seems to be we have to be running the same version of the game on all systems. Like everything has to be exactly the same on everything, or it doesn't count. And that shouldn't be a requirement for cross-platform, especially if you're doing an online-only game where your account information, where your character you're playing as isn't stored locally. And that's Fortnite. That's every MMO. That's why it works. I could get it being hard for a game that has an offline mode. Like if Warframe had an offline mode, or like Diablo 3. I could get it being kind of hard there because the Switch version of Diablo does allow you to play offline. You don't have to be connected to a server, which means it is storing some of your character's information on the console itself. So you'd lose some synchronization if you logged out on your Switch and you weren't connected to the internet when you logged out, and then tried to log in on your PC to continue playing. You would lose that progress because obviously you weren't online to upload it. So it'd be kind of hard to keep those kind of things synced, but there's no reason Warframe couldn't do it. There's no reason, PUBG couldn't do it. Any game that's like Fortnite where you can only play it online and your account information is stored online. You have to log into an account to access it. Every single one of those games should be cross-platform and have that ability. And sounds like Epic. Yeah, it sounds like Epic agrees with me that, doesn't matter where you log into this account, you should be able to access the same information and have it saved no matter where you log in. So I hope that this is wildly successful. Not that Epic needs them. Not that Epic needs the money to keep their company afloat at this point. 200 million Fortnite players. Just wrap your head around that for a minute. Because the last report I saw said that 70% of people who play Fortnite admit that they've spent at least $10 on the game. Only about 15% of the people... No, it was 70% admit that they've spent at least $10 on cosmetics. So that's not including people who bought the Battle Pass. That they specifically bought items from the shop. With only about 10% of players admitting they've never spent any money in Fortnite. When they did a poll. So, just wrap your head around those numbers for a minute. I'll give that as a nice place to end the podcast on. I know math is a bad place to end it on, but wrap your head around those numbers. 200 million players, and about 90% of those players have spent at least $10. It's a lot of money. It's billions with a B, gentlemen. Epic doesn't need money from this, which is probably why they're offering a lot of the little stuff that I could see any other company charging for. That's why I'm glad it's Epic doing it and not some other company, because a lot of the other stuff that they've listed that you could have, other companies would charge for. Voice chat. They're going to handle your voice chat. Other companies would charge you for that as an add-on. They're just going to give it to you. And you know what? Nintendo, if you're listening, I need you to I need you to pull the online car over. All right? And just hand the keys over to Epic. Okay? You should officially be a passenger at this point with all your games. Once this service is out, just pull over and hand the keys to Epic. Just go ahead and pay them and let them do it. Because you guys do not understand internet. You don't have a license to do this. You are not qualified to pilot this vehicle. I need you to pull it over, hand the keys over to Epic. Look at this. They're going to handle all these things that your Switch currently doesn't fucking do. They're going to handle login. They're going to handle friends lists with messaging and presents and entitlements. They'll even handle achievements. They're going to handle voice comms, parties, matchmaking, data storage and cloud saving. All of that. Go ahead and pull over. Hand that shit over to Epic. You guys have enough of a setup where you guys can let Epic handle your online from here on out. You've got Nintendo IDs are a thing now, so we don't have to do friend codes anymore. Epic can just validate your users based on that information. They can just log into your Nintendo account and everything else will go through Epic. That's all you need to do is handle the login. Handle the creation of accounts. That's what excites me most about it, is it can completely fix Nintendo's online if they just use it. They just use it for their games in the future. Just boom, online fixed. Epic handles it. That alone should be exciting enough to make you want to pay for Nintendo's online service. The fact that their future games will just work because they're not the ones handling it. Epic will just take it over. Oh, God. All right, so that's the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to call it right there. We've been going for over an hour here. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you for putting me and Failing and Ozzy in your ear hole during your morning jog, your commute to work, your whatever it is you're doing. And we do this every Sunday at midnight. So if you have a topic you want to see discussed on the podcast, you want to get in here, be part of the conversation, or maybe you just need some advice and want to write me an anonymous letter and have some advice that I do that. People apparently like it when I give advice. So if I get enough letters in my email that want advice, I'll actually dedicate a small section at the end of the show to giving people advice anonymously. So if you want to remain anonymous, just send me an email. Tell me what your problem is, what your life issue is, what your gaming issue is, what it is you want my opinion on, and say I wish to remain anonymous, and I'll just read it. If you don't care about anonymity and anonymous, sorry, talking like our president now. You can just join the stream. What?
Does your wife not have any advice you can get?
Yeah, or my wife give advice. Whatever. If you want to be part of the actual conversation, you can just join the chat right here because it is all recorded live on stream. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, give it a like. Give it a share. If you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and follow the channel. And if you're listening on SoundCloud or Google Play or wherever it is I end up uploading this, thanks for making me part of your day. And I'll see you guys next week. Say bye, everybody.
See ya.